A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a shocking new development, the Trump administration is set to implement a deportation policy that raises significant human rights concerns. According to a memo from Todd Lyons, the acting director of Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, immigrants may soon be deported to countries where they have no ties, with as little as 6 hours' notice. This policy, which is effective immediately, allows for deportations even in cases where there is a substantial risk of persecution or torture. The memo, which outlines the procedures for deporting individuals to nations other than their country of origin, has sparked outrage among immigrant rights advocates and legal experts alike. Under this new directive, ICE personnel are instructed to proceed with deportations if diplomatic assurances have been obtained from the receiving country, indicating that deportees will not face persecution or torture. However, critics argue that these assurances are often inadequate and fail to protect individuals from potential harm. The memo states that in cases lacking such assurances, ICE must still follow certain procedures, including providing a notice of removal to the immigrant in a language they understand and allowing for a minimum of 24 hours before deportation. However, in what Lyons refers to as exigent circumstances, deportations can occur in as little as 6 hours, provided the individual is given a reasonable opportunity to consult with an attorney. This policy could affect thousands of immigrants who have been issued final orders of removal but are at risk of violence or danger if returned to their home countries. It also applies to individuals from nations with which the U.S. has no diplomatic relations, such as Cuba. The memo has drawn sharp criticism from Trina Realmuto, the executive director of the National Immigration Litigation Alliance, who argues that the policy blatantly disregards established legal protections. Realmuto emphasized that the memo strips away the due process rights of immigrants, allowing for deportations without meaningful opportunities to contest their removal. She also highlighted the lack of transparency regarding which countries have provided diplomatic assurances and what concessions were made in exchange for those assurances. The urgency of the situation is compounded by the fact that many immigrants may have little to no knowledge about the countries they are being sent to, making it nearly impossible for them to assess the risks they face. The Department of Homeland Security has defended the new policy, stating that it has successfully negotiated several safe third-country agreements. Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin asserted that these agreements are essential for ensuring the safety of Americans and removing the worst of the worst criminal illegal aliens from the country. The memo follows a Supreme Court ruling that allows the Trump administration to deport immigrants to countries without prior connections. This ruling has been met with fierce dissent from Justice Sonia Sotomayor, who criticized the court for enabling what she described as a violation of immigrants' due process rights. The implications of this policy are profound, as it opens the door for the deportation of countless individuals to potentially dangerous situations without adequate legal protections. As the Trump administration moves forward with this controversial approach, immigrant rights advocates are preparing to challenge these actions in court, arguing that the policy is not only unlawful but also morally indefensible. The situation remains fluid, with many immigrant families anxiously awaiting the fate of their loved ones amid this sweeping change in immigration enforcement. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.